All right, let's go. Ayo, we're three hot guys sharing our opinions because we're special and different. Gold medals, we're winning. Can't help it if we're burdened by our intellect. You can play checkers while we pretend we know the rules to chess. The council has spoken, and we are the chosen. Your nose is broken because I broke it.
This sucks.
And welcome back to another episode of Wheel of the Council. It's your boy Joseph. I've got Jordan in the booth.
One of these days, I'm going to learn to bet everything on nothing happening.
And we've got Danny, who's adamantly and adequately performing his role as the Walter Reed Chief of Staff. Congratulations, another life saved.
Yes, thank you. I've tried my best to sustain our our wonderful leader. Don't look at his hand. Please don't look at it. When you look at it, it gets worse. So just ignore it. Thank you.
Yep. Pretend he has no hands.
And of course, we've got Becky on the ones and twos. How's everybody doing today? Any interesting news from this weekend you want to talk about?
Nope.
No.
Why don't we do the posts?
Yeah, that's right. No.
Unfortunately,
Yeah,
no.
so, here's the thing is that I think we have to let the libs do a little QAnon. All right?
Yeah.
The problem with QAnon is that it was a bunch of people who spontaneously started operating under this unbelievable delusion that all these things that were provably false were totally real. But more importantly, it was fun. It got them out of the house.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of these
Yeah.
people didn't have a lot going on. So it was something to talk about with their friends. It was like a reason to get up in the morning to see what the new drop is. So you know what? I think it's okay that we did a little lib QAnoning this week when everyone spontaneously decided based on nothing that Trump was secretly dead and had been replaced with a clone.
It was awesome. Genuinely funniest weekend.
I had a good ass time. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
All those Republicans who were like talking about how Biden was about to die and like he had died months ago and they had because no one had seen him in public. I'm sorry to all of you. I get it now. This shit is fun.
It is fun. Yeah, the problem with QAnon is that we didn't get to do it, you know?
Yes,
like,
exactly.
That's not true. Blue Anon does exist. Like, the Russiagate stuff was pretty funny.
Dude. I mean, this is so Russiagate, right? Like, if any of you have, followed any sort of light American politics, the Russia scandal, Russiagate, for when Trump was first in office, was all these people could talk about.
No, I even fell into it a little bit, too, because it was just so unbelievable that Trump became president. And then I gained, like, a couple brain cells, and I learned that, like, establishment Democrats are terrible, and the Clintons are, like, the worst. And I was like, oh, yeah, this is dumb.
Yeah, I guess I get it.
Yeah.
I don't
The
blame
thing
you.
about Russiagate
Yeah.
is that it was like QAnon. The fundamental assertion of QAnon is that, you know, people like Trump aren't meant to have power, right?
Yeah.
There are systems in place designed to keep people like him out of power. And it's like, that is, for the most part, true. Those systems are just way, way weaker than anyone imagined.
Yeah.
So you have like a nugget of truth buried in there. And for Russiagate, the nugget of truth was like, there was like a quid pro quo where Trump was like, hey, can you guys like help me out here? What didn't happen is wide scale voter fraud to the levels like that would tilt an election or fucking whatever. So people went crazy with that. Similarly, this weekend, I think the thing that sparked this is there were a couple of images of Trump. I mean, he always looks bad, but
Yeah.
looking like fucking wet ass, dude.
He
looked
really does
bad.
look
He looked bad, like not good.
so bad.
Oh man, if people are allowed to say that Joe Biden has been cloned and there's like a proxy puppet leader or whatever, you know, during Joe Biden, we get to do that for Trump now because this man does not look good.
Isn't
He
it
looks
awesome?
like an 80-year-old corpse, which is, by the way, kind of crazy that this is just how it is now. Like, am I crazy?
Exactly.
It's just-
No, like you.
Nope. Don't despair. The 1,000-year millennial Reich is coming.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, thank God.
The next person who gets in office is going to have like blue hair. They're going to have like the scene gloves. They're going to like the designated department of epic tacos. Like,
We need a septum ring president right now. I need a septum ring president immediately.
They're gonna look at the oven and like have the like pink hair and the dragon blowing the fire and the turkey and being like, that's the creative president.
first ever creative person president.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're going to be like, they're going to fully fund like climate change initiatives. And they're going to be like, we need to stop these weather aberrations from happening. Just yesterday, I was outside and it was freaking raining tacos. Anyway. It's going to happen. But before we get to that, we have to suffer through the rest of this. And everyone, based on these like pictures of Trump, he looked like wet ass. He looked like he was like just shambling like a lich. And he had like a huge bruise on his hand that then turned like completely white. And a lot of people were like, you know, I'm a nurse's aide and I can tell you that he's about to die. I'm a medical student and I can tell he's seconds from death's door. And everyone just believed that.
Yeah. They were like,
the truth of the matter is,
same.
Old people just look like ass and get random bruises when they get blood work done all the time. Like they are old. Like, what are you talking about?
Well, yeah, the obvious one is, of course, just like an IV, right? Just like, okay, I mean, like it's just a constant like needing to put the needle there.
The thing is, like, the thing about Biden is he would have lived out the second term if he had gone for it. And Trump will live out his second term. We just have to steel ourselves to that fact now. The reason is because when you're president, they give you the super soldier serum that makes you live forever.
It's true.
Like, the medical care that he's getting is better than any other human on the planet. And, you know, he's under a lot of stress and he eats McDonald's 3 meals a day, but he is 80. Like, people live to be like 90 or 100, you know? You're going to have to roll with us.
But it would be so funny is the problem. Like,
That's the problem is it would be funny.
Be so
like,
hilarious.
You know how awesome the internet would be for like a week, you know? Like, okay, I just want, and before anybody fucking moralizes to me about celebrating a person's death, go shut the fuck up.
Oh my God,
like,
the people this week that were like, wow, so you're preying on the downfall of America?
Yes,
you want
I
the
am.
commander-in-chief to die?
Evil cretin lich ghoul? Yeah, I am. I want this fucker to pass away. Like, I don't care. Please shut the fuck up. Like, God, all right? Like, they're posting AI Ghibli pictures about deporting, like, a Mexican mother. Like, I don't give a fuck.
For the record,
about these
I disagree with this entirely. I think I'm very vested in the continued health of the commander-in-chief and the United States of America. I just want to say, I don't sign on to what these two are saying. I mean, these two are just disgusting
why would you say
freaks, and they
these
should be
two?
deported.
I've been silent this whole time.
Oh, just Jordan.
Yeah, just Jordan.
FBI agent listening, I'm too fucking busy. I ain't gonna do it, okay? But just like, if it happens, it would be really funny, right? Like, the internet would rock for a week, you know?
Dude, it would rule. I was telling people
He
online,
gets
I
a
was
bad batch of nuggets or something, you
Yeah.
know?
we would like just talk about it for like an hour before the Reddit pod. We get a 2-hour pod, 100%, right? Like we'd
my
be
God.
celebrating
24-hour pod.
Dude, it would rock.
Well, the thing is, like, I get food poisoning every time I go to KFC. You're telling me this guy has never experienced it? You know, at that age, you just get a bad case of doo-doo diarrhea, and that's it.
Yeah, it's over, you know?
Just that image of him with all of the McDonald's behind him just always flashes into my
That's
brain.
the image for our current moment, for sure.
It's crazy to me. I was going to buy champagne, too. I was like, oh, my God, Saturday, nobody's heard from him. I'm ready for a random announcement. I'm just refreshing my timeline over and over again. I'm going to go outside, film myself, like, fucking spraying champagne everywhere, you know? It would be amazing. It would be the best.
It's unfortunate because Tuesday, they were like, the White House is going to make a big announcement. And they hadn't said anything for like a week. And everyone was like, oh, my God, this is it.
It was
and
crazy.
He showed up and he was like, that's right. I'm here to do what everyone asked me to, move the Space Force from Colorado to Alabama. It's like, okay.
It was such an awesome announcement.
I kind of thought it would be something else.
Because it was the most, I think maybe one of the most boring things he's done. I was like, oh, okay. Sure. I don't know. Maybe there's some good political heads could be like, no, this like actually matters a lot, like the state where it lives, and like maybe you're right. But I guess to me, the common layman, I'm like, who cares?
I thought he was gonna come out dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I don't doubt that this has like some sort of relevance, but I also don't care.
Yeah,
I don't give a shit.
Like, you could not pay me to care about this announcement. What's happening? Because usually he'll just fire stuff that is the worst, right? Like, and there's no announcement needed. He's like, I'm tariffing Japan, and the Japan's like, well, we're never sending a package to America. And I'm like, wow, that was crazy. That happened in like a millisecond. And he's like, big announcement. The space station's moving. Oh, okay.
I don't care about any, there's no way that it could have been interesting. I'm sorry. There's just no way that people give a shit about that. I don't care. I don't give a shit about it, which means nobody gives a shit about it.
That's true. You are the paragon of the people. They all listen to you.
Experience, everything is a personalized experience for me. My anecdotes are all that matter. Yada, yada, yada. You get it.
Yep.
I don't know, man.
Some polymarket addict made $40 trillion by betting $1 on Donald Trump announces Space Force moving from Colorado in presser tomorrow.
Dude, why is, I'm sorry, who is like, nah, man, I love betting on political events. It's awesome.
What else is there to do right now, man?
Yeah,
what else is there to do? I'm sorry, but you
betting
gotta
on the
some people gotta
president's
dream.
death because I'm bored.
We don't get to impact them anymore. We might as well just vote
bet.
on if they'll happen or not.
Oh, my God.
You know what one of the top polymarket things is right now?
What?
Will Trump release the Epstein files?
Oh, my God.
Do you know what's crazy? That is not the saddest one.
Oh, my God.
The second saddest one is number of views on next Mr. Beast video, parentheses, week 1. And you can bet between less than 50 million, 50 to 60, 60 to 70, 70 to 80, which is currently the runaway winner with 83%, 80 to 90, 90 to 100, or 100 plus.
Dude. This is
sad.
awesome.
This is sad, actually.
America
I think this
rules.
is really sad.
I think it's very happy. I look at this and I go, wow, what a smile on my face. Time to walk outside.
Dude, that's really bad when all people want to do is gamble on everything. Like, that's a sign of a bad time, right?
This is a good transition. We will now be only podcasting on kick.com. So kick.com/will of the Councel. We're doing live bets on whether Jordan will say a slur in the Patreon.
Well, no. Okay. I don't do that.
Folks, subscribe to the Patreon. You might find out
No,
if he does that or not.
Okay, look. Well, if we're moving over to Kick, then we need a slur in like the podcast title. Like,
ooh, now you're that's why
right,
you're the
Danny,
heavy thinker.
Give me your best slur title.
No, I will not. I
All right.
will not.
Okay, I've discovered the new
Crackers
Polymarket
Corner?
bet. Oh, that's good. New
good.
Polymarket bet is which council member is the first to say a slur and get not edited out. There you go.
Joseph. 100%
Yeah, it's
Joseph.
100%. Yeah. All right. Well, it's a shame that it didn't happen. Every day I'm waiting for it. American politics sucks, dude.
Okay.
Cool.
This
Me too.
blows.
Oh, by the way, the poly markets are so good. I'm going to start converting my money rather than putting it in a bank and letting it accrue interest. I'm just going to bet it all on this one. Will Jesus Christ return in 2025?
Yep. All in. My entire bank account.
Which currently has a 1% chance of doing it. So if I bet my
Like
money for
$1?
this, I just get extra money. Wait, I'm realizing actually early in the year, it was a 4% chance he was going to return. Are you kidding me?
That's pretty high. I think he could have
If he comes back, they're not paying out Polymarket. We're entering the fucking tribulations.
Yeah,
You
wait a
think the
minute.
Antichrist is going to be like, and now to make good on the Polymarket
Now, yes,
bet?
let me pay everyone out first before, Jesus flies over on his Nimbus cloud.
That's how it works, actually. That's what happened in Revelations. I was reading it at the same time as Dragon Ball Z, so I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
Yes.
So wait a
Thank
minute.
you.
What if
No,
I,
I
what
knew
if
you
I
knew.
just put $1,000 into this right now, and then obviously
You would have to pay taxes on earnings.
oh fuck that, man.
So you'd
That's
get
how they
like
get you, yeah.
you get like a couple bucks.
Yeah, and then lose it all from tax
That's correct, yeah. All right, ready?
based.
Yep.
Okay.
This first one comes from r/relationship advice, and we're in a position I think a lot of us have been in. I, 25F, lied to my boyfriend, 26M, about his dick size.
Wait, women lie about this?
No.
This is the first
Oh,
time
good.
hearing of this.
So me personally, I've experienced this with every girl I've ever dated because I think I would probably say like a 12-incher, a 13-incher.
True.
And every time I pull it out, I'm like, this isn't too big, is it? And they go, oh no, that's like a fine size, right? And that's
Yeah.
just something that I have to deal with on a
Yeah.
day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
It's tough.
No,
Yeah, it's
I've seen
a
it.
hard world out there.
You
I can
have seen
confirm.
it, actually. You have
Yeah.
seen it. Yeah. He walked in on me jacking off
Probably you two live together, and I know your ass
while
didn't
I was
lock the
having
door.
sex with him. I, 25F, have been with my boyfriend, 26M, for a couple of months now. He's actually one of the sweetest guys I've ever been with. He plans surprises. He cooks for me. He massages my feet after I get back from runs.
All right.
Just
dude.
a walking green flag. I feel really safe and cared for with him. It's been very refreshing, especially compared to some guys I've been with before. I said I'm sorry. Oh my God.
Oh
And
my
I've had my fair
God.
share of experience, well into the double digits. He knew, and it's never been an issue. I could tell he was curious and a little intimidated maybe, but I always told him it didn't matter. Recently, while we were having a pillow chat after sex, he asked me how he compares down there compared to the other guys I've slept with. I've laughed it off and tried to dodge with the joke, but he insisted. I told him it didn't matter because I'm with him now, but he kept pushing and wanted to know. I said fine, and I started thinking. He insisted he wanted full honesty and he wants us to be 100% transparent with each other, so I promised I'd be 100% honest. Eventually, I told him he's a bit above average. He thanked me for telling him. The thing is, it was a lie. I couldn't bring myself to be honest because as far as I remember, he is the smallest I've ever been with. Not by like a little, like noticeably smaller. I mean, I don't remember every single hookup perfectly, but yeah, I'm pretty sure. To be clear, I don't care and I'm perfectly happy with him. Like I said, he takes care of me in other ways. I'll take a sweet, attentive man over good dick any day. Still, I just couldn't get it out. I didn't want to humiliate him. It's been gnawing at me because I promised the truth and he trusts me. I feel so conflicted now. Do I tell him the truth?
Ooh.
Okay, this is difficult because, man, within, like, I can't believe this is still a thing to this day in, like, the big old 2025, but there is still, like, among cishet guys, that, like, your dick size is, like, so important.
Yes.
You know?
It's
and
crazy.
It's just not. You know, and like, yeah, some women, I don't probably want a guy with a big dick or whatever. Who knows? But it's like really not that big of a deal. Like, to be honest, a lot of women probably prefer what you can do outside of stuff with your penis. I'm going to just throw that out there.
All right.
But like,
I guess I'll have to say it. As the man with the 19-inch wiener in the call.
Thank you.
True. Every woman I've ever been with and every man I've ever been with, the exception of Danny, has told me they prefer a big honkin' schlongeroni and they lie through their teeth to everyone who has a smaller dick and laugh about them behind their back. So
I knew it.
If you've heard that advice
that
before,
is true. Actually, you know
they're
what?
actually lying to you.
Yep.
That's actually, yeah. And we all get together at an annual convention every year and we talk about like the tiny wieners we've been, like the people who have like disgusting subhuman tiny wieners. Like I'm talking like 6 or 7 inches. Like, oh my God, like laughable stuff.
If your wiener is not in the double digits hard, I'm sorry. Your life is over. You know what?
Yeah. Post on Reddit about how your life is over and
double digits soft easily.
Oh, true. I forgot.
True.
Yeah.
Right. Just post one of those like kind of like desperate meals of like, I don't even deserve a good meal. And it's just like a piece of bread with mayo on it. Like,
kitchen cells? I love kitchen cells.
Yeah, kitchen cells.
It's such a good subreddit.
But to get us back on track, as much as I want to talk about losers online.
Are we not back on track? That was directly responsive to what the person was. Anyway, go
fair
ahead.
And true, and you're epic. Anyway, this is like, in order to go through this, the way that people might argue she probably should go through it, you would have to try to get this man to unlearn a bunch of societal shit about how having a big dick makes you like a man to seek after, you know, it makes you a better, stronger man to have a big wang. And that's all women want, and secretly women want it. And if you don't have it, then they're going to cheat on you and like all this stupid shit. Like that shit just doesn't really matter. Like, I'm sorry. It just doesn't.
It doesn't.
And yes, there are plenty of women out there that would prefer you don't have a 13-inch fucking California redwood in your pants. Okay. Like, it's just how it is. People like different things.
That's most women because they prefer like a 30, 40-inch wiener. So
that's true. Yeah, that's right.
Yup.
I don't know, man. But you can't have that cover. The point that I'm getting to, because I really wanted to say California redwood as a joke. Did you like that? That I took the time to say that?
Good,
was that a good one? Okay,
you're funny. Yeah. Haha.
Anyway, the point that I'm trying to make is like, in order to actually have the proper conversation with this guy, you would have to do a shitload of like reprogramming away from him to do this. And I just want to make sure I communicate that, because you probably shouldn't tell the truth to him. Sorry, that might be
Really?
Yeah, maybe not.
Okay. Well.
Okay. First off, I want to thank you for finally coming over to my side of lying to your partner.
Yeah.
Folks, I do want to actually interrogate a little bit of this because this post was like, okay, this is a sweet lie, but nothing major. You know, it's not a big deal.
Sure.
Except there's one portion of this that really kind of does weird me out. Do you know what I might be talking about?
No, I don't know. You know what? I don't.
A lot of the reason in general that women are fine with men who are less well endowed is because it actually doesn't take a particularly big dick to do most of the stuff that you want, right?
Yeah, right. That's true.
But what she says in this post isn't, our sex is fine. You know, I enjoy it a great deal.
You're right.
She says, well, he takes care of me in other ways, and I'll take a sweet, attentive man over good dick any day.
Yeah.
Not big dick, good dick.
Yeah.
So she's like, admittedly, he is small, and as a result, our sex is bad.
Yeah.
Oh,
But,
no.
he's good in other ways. He's attentive.
Oh,
That's
you're right.
that's helpful.
Oh, are you okay?
That
In
one I
my
was like, well,
subconscious,
hold
I
up, wait
had,
a minute.
Emotion to this as well. Like, this is like oddly, this person has left out how the sex is. Not that they need to explain it into detail, just that like if it's good, then great. Like you don't have to worry, just like Jordan said. But it's not good dick.
Yeah,
Wow.
it is explicitly stated as being there are other things, but yeah, Joseph is right. Oy, that's tough. That's tough.
I mean, maybe they just left it out. It could just be that,
okay.
like the bigger dick felt quote unquote better, but like the sex is still good. We don't know.
All right. You know what, Joseph? I'm going to go down this path with you even further, okay? Let's say that if everything truly is fine outside of this and you feel that the sex is adequate enough as to where you can stay down this road, you don't need a massive improvement in the sex life department. You can just lie and everything will be fine. Like, truthfully, if you can maintain the lie and it doesn't eat at your conscience, there you go. Problem solved, you're good. But let's talk about the fact where the sex isn't adequate and it starts to be a problem, okay? Let's just say that happens. In order to fix it, you might have to not lie. Now, if you don't lie, then I guess you have to talk about it. It's like, how do we
I'm sorry, if you
spice
tell
up the
this
bedroom?
man he is the smallest you've ever been with by a noticeable amount, and I've been with double digits of people,
Okay.
he is going to die.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware.
And
I'm aware.
he is going to inspire a wave of other men to also die. Like,
Yes.
I'm sorry, you can't do this.
I'm aware, and I'm with you. But I'm just saying, you don't have to phrase it as you're the smallest I've ever had. You can just be like,
you keep the lie, but then you talk about the sex life.
you just say, maybe, God, do you, oh man, God, how do you do this? I'm trying to introduce, like, how do you get toys into the bedroom? Because if he's too small,
I think it's simple. I think it's just like, you don't have to be like, you're the smallest ever and that's why it sucks. Like, you can just be like, hey, like, I'd like to spice up our sex life and I want something like, I feel
Okay.
like our sex is pretty vanilla or whatever. And like, it's just like, I would like to get even like have more fun, like
Sure.
a positive spin on it. Right.
I think that is also good. And I'm sure Joseph is itching to say this too. But if that happens and you go, hey, I want to spice up the sex life a little bit.
Sure.
Let's get like some toys in here. And you all of a sudden bust out the Pussy Annihilator 12-inch dildo. Then all of a sudden, Mr. Teeny Weeny over here is going to be like, well,
Well, okay.
And then she's going to say, don't worry, you help me in other ways. You're very attentive.
and then he dies. And then he dies.
And then
Yeah,
he
then he
dies
dies.
instantly.
Yeah, then he's gonna
then
die.
he dies instantly.
Turns to dust right there. But the
He
thing
explodes
is, like,
in a
okay,
cloud of the Chudjack.
Yeah, the thing is, like, you should be. It's okay. Like, it is okay to be like, you do kind of have a smaller dick. Let's use some toys and we'll fuck around in the bedroom in other ways. And that's, like, not a bad thing. It's okay.
Well, okay. But it also doesn't, I feel like it doesn't have to be toys either, right? Like,
I'm just saying, it's an option.
again, if we're going down this path that you're taking, that we are maybe assuming that maybe the sex life isn't that good, that also can be improved without having a big dick, right? Like,
Obviously, yes.
so like, I think that's also just a big thing they could just do, right? Just talk about like what would make her feel good, even with a Mr. insanely tiny penis.
God, this guy's dick is probably so small, huh?
What if there's a conversation where she's just like, so, what would make you feel good? And she's like, oh, a big dick. If there was like a big
I'm getting
dick,
met with
that would make me feel good.
a lot of hostility around here.
It's just, I don't.
I know. I understand what you're saying. I'm just like, I think I have positive notions about it. I think that we could all agree here that sex is a lot about communication, right? Like,
Yes,
it is.
absolutely.
It's so much about figuring out what your partner likes the most. Because, like, there could be a ton of things that could just completely satisfy this person, like a BDSM fetish or something, or just like a regular, or like some other body part or whatever, like whatever they like, you can focus on that too and like bring that in rather than like it's only the dick. But if it's only the dick, of course we have a like, then it's like, all right, like then you just gotta deal with it, you know? Like if you love him and it's not that good, but it's worth everything else, then great. You can live your life like Jordan said earlier. Like, but if not, then I don't know what to say, lady. But that's not what she's asking. That's not what she's asking. She's asking, was it wrong to lie to him, right? Like, was it wrong to lie because she feels she didn't want to humiliate him, and it's been kind of gnawing at me because she wanted to tell the truth? Because I feel like we're angling this on like the sex life, but
yeah, I'm doing the Councel special move of creative reading. Okay, and
creative reading, yeah, we're doing a little creative reading.
You guys love that. Well, I do too.
Because
I think that we're doing creative reading because if it is the case that you feel totally satisfied with this guy despite his tiny wiener, which is very likely, then the answer is never tell him under any circumstances. So the only interesting place we can go here is, what if it is affecting you?
That's, yeah. No, you're right.
Yes.
That's true.
Because, like, frankly, and the reason I'm saying she should just lie is because, like, clearly it is something that would affect him, right? Like, if she didn't lie, this would obviously be a big deal to this guy. Because if I'm sorry, no guy that this isn't a big deal for is gonna ask about it. Guys, if this is gonna be something that hurts your ego, don't ask, okay? Just don't. Don't be like, no, babe, I promise. I just want to know. I'm just curious. I'll be okay. I want 100% transparency. Nope.
Like, legitimately, okay, you are not going to sneak your way out of it either. You're not going to be like, oh, one time when her guard's down, you're going to be like, oh, you know what I was wondering? How big's my penis? Don't do that. It's not going to work.
No.
I don't know. Like, I think that it's tough because, I don't know, you need to have a lot of like self-confidence in yourself that like, no matter what they tell you or whatever, that you're okay with how things are and that the sex you have with your partner is filled with like love and communication. And like, if that's the case, yeah, sure. Like you can talk about it. Like, I don't know. I think it can be okay, but I think most of the time, a lot of guys don't have the like confidence to feel okay no matter what dick, big or small, your partner had or whatever. Because again, just goes back to communication. Your partner's exes could have been like awesome or whatever, etc. But like, if the sex with your partner is great and you continue to iterate, you continue to communicate, then that's fine. Like you are having present sex. That's great and awesome. And that's all that matters. You know? I don't know. I get it.
Yeah.
This one is tough. Wow.
Are you ready to do it?
Yeah, let's vote on this.
Let's vote.
Decision time.
All right, when it comes to the tiny dick girlfriend, should she continue to lie to him, Jordan?
Okay, just to put a bow on my point, men out there, cishet men out there, fellow straight boys, Applebee's wings on Wednesday, can't wait to see you there. This is not something you should give a shit about. But because this is something that this guy clearly does give a shit about, she's got to lie. And she was not wrong for lying. There you go.
Danny?
Yeah, I think that instinctively I want to be like, no, you should be like honest. But I do think being like, I think you're above average. And maybe that means holistically the whole experience she has is above average because the love he gives her is enough and it supplements the sex. Who knows? But I think it's fine to be like, yeah, you're a bit above average. Whatever. Like, who gives a shit? You know? And is a white lie that means nothing and is all about kind of like at the end of the day doesn't matter. I think it's okay.
And I think I have to agree. I am, of course, totally pro lying if there's no consequences for that first part. Like if he's just asking, but you otherwise really enjoy it. If it does affect your sex life, I think there are some clever ways you can be like, ooh, you want to try.
I agree.
I agree.
Under no circumstances do I think you should be like, honey, I was lying to you. Your penis is tiny. You have a tiny dick and you smell too.
That is really funny, though. Actually, I changed. No, I'm just kidding. No, you're right.
It would be really funny.
And if anyone out there is a fellow 45-incher like me, you know, I apologize. We have different problems.
Yeah.
I love how it's gone up I'm just going to say.
You keep raising the dick size,
yeah.
Which is true. It's what happened.
So you think you're going to talk this way to the man with the 45-inch penis?
Well, yeah. You know, you're a grower and it's soft at like 25 or whatever, because I know this.
Yeah.
Great.
The Council has spoken.
All right, the second one is called AITAH. It's 21 hours old. It has since been deleted. That's how you know it's a good one.
Yeah.
I sent my friends a Venmo request after a prank ruined our vacation.
Oh, I love
in.
this.
Oh, I'm in.
My friends and I like to prank each other, and none of us ever get butt hurt. I invite them up to my family cabin, and we were having a great time tubing, sitting by the bonfire and drinking a little wine. I played a prank on them earlier in the evening where I hid in the woods, and when they noticed I was gone and looked for me, I jumped out, scaring the crap out of them, and everybody laughed. I went to bed early that night, and while I was asleep, they devised a plan to prank me back. They took my backpack that had my clothing and my hygiene supplies and soaked it in water in the shower, then threw it into the freezer in the basement while I slept. When I woke up, they were giggling like crazy and asked me what I was going to wear today. They revealed what they did. I thought it was super funny at first. My backpack weighed like 1,000 pounds, and they laughed and laughed as I dragged it over to the dryer. But then I saw that my glass bottle of perfume that was also in the bag had cracked and spilled all over my clothes. My clothing reeked, and everything had yellow stains. It looked like someone had pissed on my clothes for my favorite perfume. The worst offense was I had just bought a pretty white sundress to wear on vacation, and now it was stained. They apologized to me, saying they thought it was just clothes and toiletries. I said, it's okay, but I didn't actually feel that way. I just didn't want to look like a baby. I ended up heading home early and told them if they wanted to stay, they could, but I'm leaving. The destroyed items were the perfume, 2 tank tops, a pair of white jeans, and my new sundress. I also had to throw away all of my hygiene products because they were soaked in perfume. I sent them a Venmo request for $300 after I tallied everything up. They responded kind of rudely, saying there's no way that much stuff was ruined. I said the perfume was $60 and the dress I never got to wear was over $200, so I was charging them less than I deserved to be nice. That was this morning, and now neither of them are responding to any of my messages. Honestly, if they just pay me, we could laugh off this prank like we do everything else. Am I the asshole for asking them to pay $300 for what they destroyed?
Gentlemen, do you mind if I jump in and take the first crack?
Yep.
Please.
Pranks are fine. The minute somebody's personal property is involved, understand what you're working with. Look, I'm kind of a wet blanket when it comes to pranks because I don't want my shit to get fucked with. Like, I have fun without being like, you know, friend bullied, okay? I mean,
Yes.
look, my friends and I play around and dick around all the time when it comes to this stuff. Like, you know, bachelor party shenanigans and all that kind of crap, right? Sure. So if this is a friend group where pranking each other is the norm, that's whatever. Who cares? Y'all are having fun. If y'all are cool with it, that's fine. But when you're messing with somebody's property, it's fine to do it. If you're cool, if everybody has this understanding that pranks are funny and it's fine, then fuck it, whatever. But you're messing with their property still. Like, you did fucking destroy their sundress. Like,
you did freeze? Was it freeze their backpack or whatever?
Yeah, and perfume is
awesome.
expensive.
That's
like, you didn't
so
check what was in there before you fucking threw it in the freezer, you morons.
Dude.
Like, you don't just get to do anything and be like, oh,
Yeah.
I will not reap what I sow. I've sown this, but I'm not reaping it. Check that.
Reaping?
And it's
What
like,
the fuck? I didn't sign up for
I just wanted to
this.
sow.
Wait, whoa. This is not the consequences of my actions. Just looking at me right now. I don't know. It's this is such a strange thing for me because, like, I do agree. Like, I don't love pranks. Let's just put that forward. And I don't love, like, especially like physical pranks like these. I'm just not very, like, I'm old. I'm a little too old for this. But also, even when I was younger, I never really liked this. I never enjoyed like physical style pranks or whatever. I'd avoid these kinds of things or people. So I get it if it's your thing, but there's a line and they crossed it. And you tried your best to be, you know, cool, haha, play it off, whatever. But, you know, at the end of the day, it did upset you. So the only thing that I would say, I guess I understand being like, haha, whatever, because you're just so used to it, right? You're so used to your friends pranking you. But like, then a Venmo request comes and they're like, whoa, that's too much money or whatever. Like, well, you should also communicate that it was actually kind of upsetting that I lost a lot of these things and that to not take the prank that far, if possible, you know, like, I don't know, like, I don't really see anything wrong with requesting the cash, but I do think you should, like, I mean, they did apologize, but I don't think I still think it's like,
I'm sorry, like an apology doesn't make up for it. Like,
I agree. I just didn't notice that they did apologize, but like, again, that does not stop them from like breaking people's stuff.
Yeah. I don't know what to say here, y'all. I just, like, come on. Like, I just can't believe that they didn't check what was in the bag. Do you really think freezing a bottle of perfume right next to all the clothes is a good idea? Like, you owe this person money for just being dumb at that point. Like, you're fucking idiots. Yeah, just like,
I think this is maybe a little ridiculous in terms of a political position, but I think if you're stupid enough, you should have to pay me because of that.
I agree. Yeah, like there's got to be a dumb tax.
Dumb
Just
tax. Perfect.
in general.
I don't know. Okay, so like, I will say, just giving a little bit of heads up, the comments here are almost squarely against this person and are like, you started it. I'm sorry, like, have you ever been in a friend group where everyone's like gently ribbing on each other and then one person says something totally out of pocket and takes it over the line?
Yes.
Yes, exactly.
It feels almost exactly like that. The prank she describes is they were walking in the woods and she hid for a sec and they were like, where are they? And then she jumped out and went, bah, and they went, oh, you got us
You
good.
got us. That
Like,
was a
that's
good
what they're
line.
talking about. And they're like, in response, they took all my shit and froze it in a block of ice, destroying my perfume and my clothes.
Yeah, like imagine if it's the same thing. Okay, the reason the comments are like this, first of all, they're all so fucking stupid. I hate Reddit so much because it's like, well, an eye for an eye. Context isn't real.
Everyone
I
sucks
seriously
here.
hate these fucking
Really?
people. Yeah, true. Let's go even farther. All right, okay, they jump out of the woods, bah, and everybody goes, ha, that's so funny. Hey, look at your car and see what we did. And all the windows are smashed in. Epic prank, lol. What? $15,000 Venmo request? You just are a curmudgeon. You
Everyone
didn't
kind of
like our
sucks
epic
here.
prank?
Wait, everyone kind of did a bad. That's
Yup,
kind of
Eye
crazy.
for an eye. It's these two things are equal.
Like, that's the thing I feel like Reddit is missing. They're friends. They know each other. They're like, if someone goes across the line, you communicate to your friends and say, hey, that's past the line.
Yeah.
You guys broke the thing. And they go, sorry, you're right. We broke the thing, which they do. And then they don't want to pay for it.
Yeah. Ugh. I don't know. That's ridiculous.
I
to
just
me.
love apologizing, being like, whoa, but that's too much money.
Yeah, sorry we fucked this all up and ruined your
so
property
sorry.
and made it so you didn't have
Whoa.
clothes or perfume
Money?
for the day or weekend or whatever it was.
$200 dress? Motherfucker, why did you spend so much?
It's your fault
Yeah,
still.
I don't know. I guess if I was going to say one thing about this, it's kind of difficult because it sounds like they have this like culture of pranking and she was
Yes.
like, oh, I just kind of laughed it off originally. And I guess if she left after kind of laughing it off and being like, it's no big deal.
That's what I
and
was
then
saying
out of the
earlier.
blue sent like a huge Venmo request, then I'd be like, okay, you know, maybe
clearly
not
this
then,
wasn't
but
fine and she was pissed and she didn't tell us.
surely you could have communicated. Like if I was the friends, I would probably be like, what the heck? There's no way that shit was $300. Where did this come from? She seemed totally okay with it when she was here.
Yeah.
I guess I understand that being kind of an asshole move,
Right.
being like, now that I'm out of the position where there could be any confrontation about this,
Yes.
I'm going to like confront them.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah, I was saying that earlier. That was the only thing I was like, okay, like, why didn't you, like, immediately, you should very much be like, stand your ground and say, like, that was not cool. Guys, I get we do pranks. Usually this is really funny. This is kind of funny. Like, I get it. But my stuff got destroyed. And
Yeah.
now I'm out like almost $300 maybe. I don't even know. I have to like calculate the price later. Like,
Yeah.
the only thing I asked so that we can move on is if you guys can pay me back for this, that'd be great. Seriously. I don't care otherwise. And then
Yeah.
boom, like they say sorry and they pay you back. But that's the only thing. I'm not trying to like blame her because like,
Yeah.
I don't know. The fault, of course, lies on the people who froze the backpack.
Yeah. I cannot get over that. I just honestly at
What
that
is
point,
your problem?
the fact that they didn't even check what was in there means that, in my opinion, the poster could be like, yeah, this was $300 million. You owe me that. Like, yeah, I don't even. What if there was like, okay, what if like her phone was in there? What if
Yes.
what if her, like I don't know.
But they're like
Maybe she had, like, a
arguing with her
Switch
about the
2 in there,
price
right?
of like the
What if
dress
she
and the
brought like
perfume.
a tablet? What if there was an iPad or something in there and they're just like, lol, freezer time? Like, fucking what?
They said they did check and they were like, we thought it was just cosmetics. But that's
Oh,
a
they
weird
did
thing to
check?
say because
Whatever.
wouldn't it
It's like-
also destroy the cosmetics?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, like,
I don't.
Just take it out. I don't know. Like,
That makes this even
Why didn't
worse.
they just take everything out and
Yeah,
then
just take
freeze
it
it?
out and
That's
then
like the
freeze
good
it.
version of this prank.
exactly.
If they did check, why are they throwing a bottle of perfume in the? Okay, these people are just actually extra uber dumb. I don't know. It's. I understand what you guys are saying about like avoiding the confrontation and then a random
I just want to
Venmo
call it
request
out. I'm
popping up.
not saying it's the main thing.
I soft agree with you, but I don't want to put it on her to be like she should have been confrontational in the moment. What she should have done, like maybe she didn't want to be a confrontational and seem like a wet blanket. What I would have done, how I would have handled this, if I wanted to avoid confrontation in the moment, I would have messaged one friend about it that did it. Be like, hey, can we talk about something that happened over the weekend? and you talk to them. You're like, this is the situation. This is all the stuff. I'll show you everything, how much it was. Like, what should I do? Because I do want you guys to pay me back. Like, I'm out a lot of money from this. And just kind of a soft, like, ease your way into the Venmo request instead of just being like, ba-ding, $300 requested from.
Yeah, give me money.
Like, yeah, but even then, I don't think she's in the wrong for the way she handled it. I think there was a better way to handle it. But still, I agree with the fact that they need to fucking pay her back for sure.
All right, we want to vote on this one.
Let's do it.
Decision time.
All right, do we think this woman was the asshole? I think we can 3, 2, 1 this. 3, 2, 1.
No.
And holy shit, these comments.
Dude.
Get a fucking grip, dog.
These comments are awesome. Actually, everyone sucks here. If you jumped out of the woods and scared everyone and someone would fall and hurt, would you pay their medical bills? Yes.
Yes.
Of
Yes.
course.
Probably, I would imagine.
Yes.
Yeah, I would feel bad and be like, I'm so sorry you got hurt. Let me help you. And like, if there's a bill for like anything that happened that we need to call a friggin' ambulance, of course I'd pay for it.
Like, that's what guilt
I hurt
is
you.
for. That's what having a conscience is, but a Redditor wouldn't know anything about that, so it's fucking like they lack ensoulment, you know? Hate these people. Anyway, sorry.
The Council has spoken.
Here's the last one. Comes from Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for refusing to reimburse my friend for a chair that broke under me?
Oh, two
Venmo
ones here.
requests. My
Okay.
bad, guys. I didn't,
Wow,
didn't
okay.
plan this.
It works. I like the theme.
F25 was at a friend's house for a game night this past weekend with a group of about 6. Everyone brought food and drinks and we were having a good time. When about halfway through the night, I got up to use the bathroom. When I came back, I saw that one of the girls had moved from a chair to the side of my space on the couch. This didn't bug me as people shuffle around in groups, so whatever. The chair was an antique wooden chair that sat a bit lower to the ground with an added back and butt cushion. When I sat down, it broke, sending me to the ground with the seat under me and the arm frames falling to the side. Everyone got quiet for a second before jumping up to help me. I wasn't hurt, I was just very embarrassed. For context, I'm a bigger girl, about 260 pounds at 5'7". My friend was gracious and nice about it, accepting my apologies and telling me not to worry. Her boyfriend said the chair was his grandmother's and had fallen apart and he was able to repair it. I was ushered back to the couch and the game night continued. Fast forward to the next morning. I received a text from my friend who let me know the chair couldn't be put back together and that from her research it would cost about $250 to get a new one, but she'd let me know exactly how much when she found one. I was a bit taken aback and responded confused, asking, why am I expected to pay for a faulty chair? She said that yes, while on occasion the frames would become unattached and cause it to fall apart, that's not what happened this time. She sent me pictures of the broken chair, particularly a bent support and 2 other broken supports, said the chair broke under my weight and couldn't be fixed, and since the chair was an antique, she wanted a new one for her boyfriend's late grandmother. I responded, the chair was old. It had a history of collapsing. If they were concerned about preserving it, they probably shouldn't have had it out for people to use, and $250 for a chair I sat in for 1 second seems ridiculous. At this point, she got frustrated and said that she loves me, but I'm her biggest friend and that it wouldn't have happened to anyone else. She said it broke from your weight plopping down all at once, not because the frame was loose. I think it's only fair you reimburse us for the chair since you're responsible for breaking it.
Fucking bitch.
I'm still figuring out how to respond. I don't want to pay her for something that I don't see as completely being my fault. I also think she's using the scenario to shame me about my weight a bit.
Yeah,
no, you think?
no
Wait,
shit.
really?
Wait, actually, do you think so? Which I find frustrating. My friends' opinions are mixed. A few are saying I should pay her and move on, even if it's not my fault. One thinks it is my fault and I should pay up, and a few think she's wrong for asking and I should continue to politely decline. Am I the asshole for refusing to pay?
Dude,
Wow.
I'm gonna start. I'm sorry. Don't put the sentimental chair that's broken out for people to sit
fucking
on.
Shit. I'm sorry.
Oh, let me
Like,
ask you. Let me ask
Yeah.
you this. Have any of you been in a position where you sit on a chair and it collapses?
Of
Yeah,
course,
once.
dude.
Yes,
I'm
of course. Yeah, we've all.
gigantic.
It's happened to all of us, and it happens to you, and you go,
Jordan.
"I'm a big fat fucking lard." But like, chairs have a lifespan attached to them, and eventually one of them will collapse out from under you, and you're just gonna have to be like, "This is the most embarrassed I'll ever be." And take it in stride. Listen, one of the most egregious pursuits of man is the quest for immortality. Do you ever hear a story of a man who lived forever where they're happy with the outcome and not a weird, shambling lich that lives through empty days with people they can't remember?
Wow.
No man is meant to last forever.
That's true.
And no chair is meant to last forever either.
Thank you.
There is a lifespan with chairs, and I don't care if your grandma rubbed her dusty-ass pussy on it. Eventually, it's going the same place they all do to be repurposed into particle board and sold as part of some cheap Chinese desk, all right? That's what all chairs do eventually. I'm sorry that this one got there a little earlier than you had expected, but you cannot put the antique chair out for people to sit on if you care about it. Anyone who has fixed a chair knows when you fix a chair and it continues to get unlatched, it's just gonna get unlatched at an inopportune moment again.
Yes.
And oh my God, to my understanding, this girl is asking for a replacement chair on behalf of her boyfriend who, as far as I can tell, doesn't give a shit about the chair.
Yeah. This sounds like a quote unquote friend that wants $250. Hey, look, I'm sorry.
And to be mean about your weight, and to be like, you're a fatty, you're a gross fatty.
Yes.
That is fucking ridiculous.
Which is insane.
Okay, I'm a bigger person myself. And look, I weigh about 270 pounds. I'm a big fucking guy. I'm 6'4". I work out a fuckload. Like, this shit is gonna happen. Like, I'm gonna break chairs, okay? That's the world and reality in which I live in. But I'll even echo Joseph's metaphor even further. A phrase that my dad always says and I love is that everything turns one last time. Your car.
That's a great one.
Wow, that's
I
a good
love
one.
it. It sticks with me because eventually shit just breaks. Nothing lasts forever, all right? Put it like this. If you're driving your friend's car and it just so happens that their car breaks down and dies and you happen to be the one driving it, do you owe them a new car? Depending, I guess, if you got in an accident or whatever. But if it's just like the engine faults and it's done, right? You don't owe them a new car? Asking this for a chair is ridiculous. And just being insulting about it, don't do this is what I'll say. Fucking ridiculous.
God forbid that woman finds this podcast. I will say, this is not a friend of yours.
No.
Right?
I hate to be like this. There are girls who keep other girls that they have something on around, you know, maybe they're thinner, they have like better hair, they think they're prettier, they're smarter. They keep them around so that they can put them down and be like, that's right, I'm the queen bee of this club. You can't be around that type of people. This person is not your fucking friend, man.
I wish you find better friends. You know what? Find a better game night crew or something. This is crazy. You can play Settlers of Catan with somebody that isn't a fucking turd.
Just imagining the game being Settlers of Catan and they're like,
I guarantee it.
okay, do you want 2 hay for 3 wood? All right, well, let's fix this up.
I'll take 4 fucking wood for your chair now. You owe me back for the chair. I'm winning
give
this
me the
fucking
chair.
game of Catan, damn it.
Give it.
I'm on a 6-loss streak.
Yeah, they're actually mad about the board game.
Yeah, that's what it is. Figured it out.
And I won last night, so
It's like Commander and she kills the table and they're like, all right, move to the couch.
Yeah.
That bitch is owing us $250. All right, you ready to vote on this one?
one last thing. I completely understand figuring out how to respond when you don't know if they're like, it can feel so like fat shaming, you know, like I'm getting shamed, like, well, you broke it because you're big. And it's like, okay, man, like,
Cool, dude.
Jesus Christ. Let's
It doesn't
vote.
matter that the chair like broke in the past multiple times. It's just like, obviously it broke from you because you're fat.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck
like,
off.
Jesus Christ.
You ready to vote on this?
Let's do
Let's
it.
do it.
Decision time.
I know it's not the subject of the post, but do you want to use the item?
Ooh. It's just
no,
annoying.
we
I'm
Do you
actually
think it's a little
pushing.
attenuated?
It's a little
Yeah.
attenuated. Yeah, I think we can save the button for later.
All right, okay.
We
Well,
can't
in that
be
case,
flippant
is
with the
she an
button.
asshole? 3, 2, 1.
No, you're not an asshole for refusing.
The council has spoken.
All right. Anything to close on? Pee pee poo poo doo doo caca.
Trump
Balls,
cloned.
fart, the Trump clone.
Country Fried Chicken, Cracker Barrel. We're renaming the pod to Crackers US. And we love you all. Subscribe to the Patreon.
Bye.
Bye.